Hello and welcome back to another smashing episode of No Sense for Nonsense. Today we're going to talk about Kingsman, the Secret Service. Me, I'm a big fan of spy movies, so I was really hoping that this movie would be good. Especially British spy movies like James Bond. To you, Mr. Bond. No, seriously, you really get that James Bond feel while watching this flick. Not exactly the same, of course, because this movie has set its own standard, its own unique story. Now, Kingsman is the story about the young Eggsy, a boy filled with potential who has a troubled life, who is recruited by the Kingsman Secret Service agent, Harry Hart, codename Gallahad. Eggsy must go through a series of tests with other candidates to become an agent. And the Kingsmen are charged to stop the bad guy, the evil Valentine. From there, our movie begins. I love the way this movie was made, but in the spirit of what is a secret agent, the spy world, and the personality of all the different other characters. Eggsy grew up in a fairly poor area of England, and he doesn't really fit in the snobbish English world. For example, you have these snobs, and you really hate them in this movie, but like a positive hate. The snobs brought some sort of amusement, some tension to the story. I can't explain how many pricks are in this movie. So many people at one stage in the story who you have no sympathy for. And Eggsy is completely different from these people, but in a likable way. He is fun, caring, interesting, and you feel sorry for him and you want him to succeed. It was great to see him undergo his training. I like movies where you can see the characters train, become greater than what they were. An evolution like in the movie Ender's Game. And there is a good connection between him and his newly founded mentor, Harry Hart, who is the ultimate English spy and who kicks ass in this movie. Colin Firth killed it as this agent. Also, Mr. Valentine, what an interesting bad guy you were, I must say. In some certain way, he did make me think like he could make an interesting Bond villain. The only thing I didn't like about him though was the way he spoke, like, "You people talk so funny." After a while, you start to forget about it, but besides that, he was an awesome bad guy with his evil she-witch henchman, Gazelle. She was awesome with her bladed feet that could cut through anything. If I had an evil army, they would all have bladed feet. And oh my god, the action scenes for this movie were glorious. Every fight scene was like a gift from God, filmed with delicatesse. In particular, one of the fight scenes felt like it lasted 20 minutes with just full-on fighting and brawling. It's funny, while watching that scene, I had the song Bloodbath from Annihilator playing in my head, and it would have made a great theme for it. And these Kingsman agents are superior to most enemies, and almost impossible to kill. Like... In addition, the sense of humor in Kingsman Secret Service was spot on, and that was thanks to the good acting, which made this movie fun. Because there was not a single moment where I got bored, because this flick was well paced and really entertaining. Plus, there was one scene in this film that was fucking spectacular. I had goosebumps and had a big ass smile while watching the scene. And it also determined the result of this flick, which was fun, action-packed, with a good story. So in the end, I would say that the Kingsman Secret Service is... heavy metal.
Just as I suspected.
Heavy metal.
So listeners, did you like Kingsman Secret Service? Yes, no, and why? And who is the best spy? Jason Bourne, James Bond, or Ethan Hunt, and why? Leave a comment down below and share this video if you liked it. So listeners, thank you for listening. So until next time, keep it on the score.